Hello everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay, fellas, this is video 6 for Firehouse Friday. Okay, guys, from the last video last week I come on pretty much a long ways in this thing. I've accomplished a lot. So I'd say probably about 2 more videos, this thing will be finished. I think I mentioned that last video will be number 5, but probably be 2 or 3 videos. But it'll be about 2 videos. And it's come along very nicely, guys. It really is. I like this thing so much. I got some goodies I want to show you guys. Be in the next video. Right after Firehouse Friday. So stay posted for that. I'll have that right after this. I don't want to spill the beans. Okay, this is Firehouse Friday. This is fire truck business. Enough chatter. All further ado, we'll take a look at this beautiful looking fire chief right here. As you can see, I made great progress on this thing from the last video. Right now, I'm working on the rotary table for the hook and ladder system. I've got the ladder extensions installed all through here. I got them done. I gave this thing a good dusting. I went down to O'Reilly's today and bought me some rubbing compound. So I'm going to use the courtesy on a Q-tip or cotton bud. Take it, I'm going to apply it, not on the chrome, just on the red. And that'll really, because it's lacquer. I have to worry about this paint coming off. If it was enamel, I don't know. I'd really hate to venture into putting a rubbing compound on a lacquer surface. I mean, on a painted surface, especially using enamel paints. It may come off. I don't know. I never went that far before. I could achieve it as an experiment, but this is all lacquer finish. So what I do, I'm getting rubbing compound. I'm going to put it with this Q-tip because I'm going to try to do all I can. This is a caution, fellas. All these chrome parts, no matter what kind of glue you use, these things, if they get bumped or nicked or bruised or whatever you got to do, you know, you hit it, they'll break off. They really will, no matter how much trimming you do on it. So be wary. There's ways of handling these things. Most of us modelers know how to handle the model without breaking parts. This thing here, like I generally grab it underneath here like this and pick it up. That way I'm keeping clear from all these chrome parts. Then I'll get beside rubbing compound. Just right before the final reveal, I'll rub that stuff in gingerly, I'll let it dry, come back over with a fresh cotton bud, and go back over and polish it up. These cotton buds make very good polishing agents. Stay away from all that chrome area like that, and you won't break those chrome pieces off. You got to exercise real care and double check your care when you handle these things. Because throttle power and all you great car modelers out there, real cars, do a more superior job than I do, better than I am at doing them because they did them all their lives. To me, this is a new experience, and I'm getting so I like to work on cars now. I know something must have happened to me, but there's something about this fire engine. It's kind of changed me a lot, and I do love fire engines. And I love this one. I finally got me a fire engine. 70 years later, finally got me one. And I built it myself. Yeah. This model shouldn't have posed too much of a threat to a novice, but I wouldn't highly suggest a model of this stage of construction and fidelity and not only the cost has nothing to do with it. It's just a skill of putting this thing together, because there's a lot of fine parts on this thing, and it goes together a lot differently than an airplane, because it's a truck. It's a fire truck. A lot of parts got to be painted before you assemble anything. Most airplanes, even ships, you can paint the whole thing together as one unit, with a little masking here, a little masking there. But this here is like being painted actually on a system, painting system they do. It's real nice. That chrome comes up, looks real nice. Especially that shiny tape I use on this thing. Now, you guys have wondered, what's this thing? This here is a walkway. Not a walkway, but it's a walking ring. It goes inside the rotary table. I went down. And I painted this chrome paint. I went down to Hobby Lobby. I bought me a can of this. This is good shit. It really is. I'm saving these for my car models, the truck models. I painted that ring with this chrome paint. Came out pretty good. I let it dry. And I'm going to give it another coat before I go to bed tonight. I'm going to give it at least 4 or 5 coats and build that up real nice. This is good stuff. I like it. Ain't nothing Hobby Lobby don't have. It's a modeler's dream world. I can't say much for the models they got there, but they got okay models there. Okay for a dad and his boy to go there and say, "Hey, Dad, can I have this?" Yeah. Pick it out, son. Grab it. We'll take it on. We'll build it together. But good stuff's on the internet and hobby shops. The best stuff of all is your stash. That's where the good stuff is at. Yeah, this fire truck came out real nice. These clear parts are very exceptional, very legible. I stuck my head behind here and looked through to the rear crew department that manned the ladder system. I can look right through that windshield right there and read the legibility of my Tamiya Lancaster I got over here. I said, man, you can read that through that thing. I can look through it right now and still read it. So these AMT kits are the bee's knees, I think. I think I'm not professional enough to make proper judgment on AMT compared with other things out there. But as a modeler, myself, and the years I've been building models, and the years I know that company's been in business for, I give them 2 thumbs up, fellas. AMT's the bee's knees. Johan ain't too bad either. Ain't nothing to write home about though, but they're not too bad. But AMT's are good. They make a lot of muscle cars, everything. Now those early Revell ones are real nice too. I can remember when I was a little boy. Well, actually, I wasn't a little boy. I was entering puberty back in 1952. But I went to my Uncle Sam's house. My dad's first cousin. I called him Uncle Sam. And my dad only had one brother. He died on the USS Oklahoma at Pearl Harbor. But He was a machinist mate second class. He was down below in the VAPS. I guess his Bella control station was down there by Shaft Alley out there. So they got these big spring hatches, fellas. And you drop a spring hatch on somebody like that, you're down there for good. That's your coffin. Only way you get out is people above got to turn a dog a locking wrench and open up your hatch and get you out of there. He was drowned like a rat in there. Suffocation, everything else. Terrible, 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 terrible. Anyway, we'll get along with Uncle Sam on the next video. You know, he's dying to find out who Uncle Sam is. And we'll get an Uncle Sam on the next video after this. Anyway, guys, I've really enjoyed building this thing. I would say this thing possibly could be a wrap. Probably just on the next video. Because I got the ladder system over here. I've already painted it chrome already. It's all painted real nice and everything, and let it dry. That's what I do. I won't touch this thing for another week. Let those glues and paints dry. Give it time to cure. Let it collect dust a little bit. When time gets a little dust on it, that means it's dry. And I got a special little case I'm going to put this thing into. I'm going to present this to the New Lebanon Fire Department. They're going to love this. They may even put a picture of me in the town journal. Good Samaritan of New Lebanon submits a permit display to the New Lebanon Fire Department fire engine model. I went down there to the hobby shop. I picked up 2 items, which is going to be on the next video. I'm not going to say nothing now. And I went back into the car department, looked around, see if I could find more fire trucks in there. There were fire trucks. I went and asked Andy in there, say, hey, Andy, you guys got any more fire trucks back here or something? He says, no, Frank. That ladder chief you bought, I don't think they make any more. I says, why? I said, we tried to get a couple more the other day. He said, we couldn't get them. They said they're having problems getting it. So they make an assumption they're probably limited. But I don't think they're limited. I think they just don't make them anymore. Maybe because could be possibility, I'm thinking. It could be on a container ship that's moored off Los Angeles and Long Beach Harbor, waiting to be shipped out to us good modeler builders. That's what I'm thinking. They got a lot of stuff out there. But anyway, like a novice should have no problems building this with some kind of an instruction aid. Somebody that has some kind of experience. This thing is very tricky. I know nothing of these cars, guys. I'm a dodo, dumb and dumber when it comes to these things. All I know is when I first attacked this kit, there's parts of this kit that don't match the instructions, so I'm assuming that this thing is probably another release of the same kit, and some parts you don't use anymore, and some parts you don't. So I went to the parts list there to see the trees there, see which parts, if there was extra parts, but there was no markings at all of the parts don't use in the kit. So I used my horse sense. Build a model and just follow instructions. I had to in this thing. I couldn't build this thing without the instructions. And it's very tricky too and very deceiving, so you got to watch it. The fit of parts of this thing is pretty excellent. Not too bad. The Outriggers, they come down, they work. They got an actuator on there, like a hydraulic system. It works like a ram. This rotary table is not glued on. I just set it up there. I gotta get, like again, I mentioned about a few seconds ago, I'll give this thing a couple more coats of chrome on it. I'll put just enough on there to prime it a little bit, but you build it up, it would be shiny as a nickel. This thing all has been painted, all airbrushed. The old fire chief, ladder chief. Yeah, AMT, they make really nice stuff. Anyway, guys, that's about as far as I got on this AMT 124 scale ladder chief. I hope you all enjoyed the video, enjoyed the ladder chief, and your wonderful views too. And I love you guys' comments and everything. Like I mentioned before in the end of the videos, fellas, I'm not upstream like a lot of fellas out there are. I'm Popeye the Sailor. I am's what I am's. My videos, what you see is what you get. And I like to put the human side to everything instead of putting everything too commercial. I'm not that keen in making commercial and professional videos. I'm just an old fud that builds models. That's retired about 10 times. That loves people. I love building my models. I love you guys. And a Navy vet to boot. Okay, we're going to bring this video up to yours truly right here. I'm going to close this video out. The AMT 124 scale ladder chief. If you can find one, it's probably eBay's probably got them. I don't know how popular these fire trucks are, but you get a lot of guys out there like trucks. Now, I'd like to make a special technical note here and make it public here on the video. If it wasn't for the love of Mr. Charlie Mack building that big rig truck he had, if I didn't venture into his video and see him do that big rig, he did a wonderful job. That thing, it looks so real. That you can actually crawl in that damn thing and strut that motor and go down the road and just drop a load and pick up another load and drop another load. He did a wonderful job. It wasn't for him, he inspired me in getting this fire chief. Well, his inspiration to me, it's just like I say, just out of nowhere. I went in the hobby shop. All of a sudden, as if I was being lured in. I saw all them cars right there. So, man, these cars are pretty little things, aren't they? And I seen that fire engine right there, so I got to get that. I'm going to get that thing right now. And I did. I'm very glad I did, fellas, because I'm afraid you don't make these babies no more. I could be wrong, but only going on the assumptions what they told me down at the hobby shop. So I say about 1, 2 at most. I'll give it 2 videos because I want to buff this thing out, fellas, for the final reveal. That's too much work. Get this thing assembled at the last moment in editing and making a video of it. So I like to spend at least an extra video, which makes 2 in total, and polishing this thing up and spiffy and make it shine like a speckled pup in a red wagon. Now they had a squad truck. The same truck that they used in Emergency with John Gage and Randolph Antooth in Emergency, Rampart, Los Angeles Fire Department. That was a good series back in the day. I really enjoyed watching that. I used to watch that stuff aboard ship all the time. I think it was aired back in 1972 and probably by late 70s. I think they just flickered out. Made so many episodes and that's it. We call it quits. Another good show too that was really kind of heartbreaking was MASH. That was a great show. There's a show that was probably aired by 1970. A wonderful show. The cast of characters, they're golden. Unfortunately, they're all deceased now, every one of them. God bless them all. That was great TV back in those days, fellas. A great generation. Okay, that's about it for the night. That's it for the Ladder Chief. That's it for me. So stay posted for the surprise package in Uncle Sam. I've got that coming for you right after the Ladder Chief. So please stay posted for that. I enjoy it twice this Friday. This is conclusion of video 6 for the AMT 124 scale Ladder Chief of Frankie Day models. Make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Be aware of your surroundings. Get yourself a kit. Getting cold outside. It's fall out there. It's cold. And a little technical note for all you mothers and fathers out there. You got children. You got trick or treat coming up. Maybe it was tonight. There'll probably be some more tomorrow too. I think Friday and Saturday they got it out here in Ohio. And be with your children. Don't turn your kids loose out there, guys. And Lord no. Years ago, in my generation, it was a safe world. Little kids could go out there without no fears of being snatched up or shot or something. Some evil that can happen to them. Different worlds, guys. Now we live in a whole different universe. Terrible. So be with your children and take care of them. And if you get any kids got sick, if your children are sick for Halloween, keep them home. Keep them home. And yeah, you got any siblings in the family, got candy, share with your brothers and sisters. And take care of each other, guys. Family is very important. My dad told me a long time ago when I was a little boy growing up. He says, son, you ain't got family, you ain't got shit. He's right. Because right now, I got me, my brother, my kids, everything, and God's good humor. And I enjoy life at the fullest. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. This is Frankie Day signing off with Frankie Day Models. God bless you guys. Thank you very much. And thank you for your views and your candor, your wonderful comments. I'm very honored, you guys. God love you guys.